Hi everyone, John here with a post-match reaction to Brighton 1, West Ham United 0. If you're new round here and you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get first dibs on all the videos. Before I go into the game itself, I just want to do a quick shout out to Luke from the Three Hammers. Mate, thank you very much for reading out my question on the latest podcast. I really do appreciate it. You read a couple of mine ones out this season and I absolutely love you for it. Cheers mate. So let's go into the game itself. A completely unchanged lineup. We had Fabianski in goal, Zabaleta at right back, Masuaku at left back, Balbuena and Diop at centre backs. In midfield, we had Rice, Noble and Obiang with Yarmolenko and Anderson and Arnautovic up front. On the bench was Adrian, Snodgrass, Creswell, Ogbonna, Fredericks, Perez and Antonio. So let's talk about the first half. Very nervous to watch, and if I'm honest, from what I saw, the players were very nervous as well. Full credit to Brighton, done us over yet again. I said in my preview video that we would probably lose it now that I predicted a 2-1 win. Boy, was I right. We lost. I don't know what it is about Chris Hughton. I really don't. He has a knack of getting points off it. He gets wins off us. He did it twice last season. I said in the preview video. If you want to watch that, guys, it's up here now for you. In terms of the performance, we look knackered. I don't get it. We didn't really get out of second gear. I don't understand it. It was a very laboured performance in the first half. Very nervy. Brighton were very well organised, as they always are. It's the West Ham way. We're back to 90s pre-Premier League football, guys. We were all over. I was gonna say we were all over the place, but we weren't all over the place. We just weren't as organised as Brighton were. I think for the game itself, we just tried to be too clever. I think we should have knocked it down the stag and gone back to, I hate to say it, but gone back to the Allardyce Moyes way of playing. Just be careful, be consistent, just think things through. There was not half. They couldn't see as much communication as possible. There was hardly any communication between the players whatsoever. It was just that we weren't as organised, we weren't confident, but fair play to Brighton, for both halves. I'll get into the second half in a moment, but in first half they were brilliant. They were there, they could see what was going to happen, and they got in the way, and that's exactly what you do when you're playing at home. And they played like the home team. They were. I take full credit for, give them full credit. They played superbly yet again. You would, if somebody had said to somebody watching that broadcast who'd never seen the football before, point out the team that was has spending their second season after coming back from the Championship. Sorry, coming up from the Championship, and probably would have pointed out West Ham. We weren't bad, but we weren't brilliant. As I say, it just wasn't. The players weren't confident at all. But as I say, fair play to Brighton for the goal. There is an argument of thought that Yarmolenko was at fault for the goal, because he dithered on the ball. Brighton got possession out of it, but what a ball into Glenn Murray, the man I said in my preview video that we need to be keeping an eye out on. He was completely unmarked. Nobody anywhere near him for this goal. Absolutely, completely unmarked, and he tapped it in. Nothing Fabianski could have done about it. Very well worked from Brighton. I mean, we would have been proud of that, if I'm honest. We would have been proud to have that sort of ball. But yeah, I've said in previous videos that a 1-0 loss is a humiliation, and it was humiliating to watch that goal. It really was. We didn't really come out of the traps after for the rest of the first half. It was just, we didn't really come out of second gear, or were just hardly in first gear, to be honest. It was more like a pre-season friendly. That's the way I was looking at it. So I just think we were playing too clever, trying to play too clever football. And it cost us. It cost us in the first half. and it cost us in the second half, which I'll come to in a moment again. But as I say, it was fair play to Brighton. They were absolutely all over us, and they absolutely deserved that goal. They were brilliant. They weren't all that bad all the time. There were moments where we had a bit of possession, but in general, yeah, it was worrying. Turning to the second half now, we stepped up a little bit, but again didn't get out of second gear for it at all. The actual game itself, it was a lackluster performance in the second half. We did building more momentum as the game moved on, so it was getting better. I was starting to feel a little bit more confident, but on the 58th minute, I think it was, if I remember correctly, Balbuena had a perfect opportunity to put us 1-1. Great ball in from Anderson with his corner. Balbuena had nobody around him for a good couple of yards. He could have easily knocked it in, but no, he couldn't make contact, and it went out for a goal kick. But also, as I say, again, there was a couple of free kicks that just couldn't work. Blazed over the bar a couple of times. And Nautovic, oh man alive, the 80, where are we? 84th, 85th minute, few yards out, perfect ball in. He just scuffed it, and it was it was awful to watch. But fair play to Brighton. But, on the 69th minute, Yarmolenko was taken off. He didn't have too much of a good game, unfortunately. And Lucas Perez came on in his place. On the 60th minute, Obiang came off and Antonio came on, which forced, not forced, but it made Anderson Bollocks go into the middle. And on the 83rd minute, Noble came off and Snodgrass came on in his place. And Snodgrass, again, working very hard. He tried his best, and he got booked again for what his challenges. He's coming close to being suspended now. But as I say, he tried. That Antonio could have had a chance, but he missed it. It's awful. I can't really say much. As I say, it's a humiliating display. It was an absolutely humiliating display from the in that terms. We just couldn't find that extra little oomph that we were able to find against Chelsea and we were able to find against Man United. I did say that this game would be the tester of how the team's momentum from the good, the decent 4 points we had from the previous 2 games, and and obviously the 7 points we had from the 3 games, including the Everton away win. I don't know. It's just I don't know what it is. It's just are we difficult to play? Are we finding it difficult to play against very organised teams? Because Chelsea weren't all that well organised, and Man United definitely weren't all that well organised. Everton was. Everton were very well organised, but it's just we got the opportunities out of that. So yeah, there's not much more that I can say really, guys. So thank you very much for watching. By all means, as usual, put your comments in the comments section below. So give me your thoughts on it. I was going to ask you a question there, but I can't remember what it is. That was it. That's what I want to talk about. Fabianski. One thing that is worrying me over the last few games is, and he said it himself. To be fair, he has said that he needs to work on his distribution. Now, he said that after the Chelsea game, if I remember correctly, when he had very, very good distribution. But tonight, awful. Every single hoof ball down to and out of it, bar one, was not connecting at all. It was slightly too high. Now, you could say that it was because and out of it wasn't jumping high enough. But every single distribution that Fabianski tried, bless him, was just not working at all. But nothing changed. That's the worrying thing about it. Nothing changed. They didn't start trying to play it out from the back as anybody would try. So look, okay, you would say to yourself, right, the hoof isn't working. Let's just try and play it out from the back. But it was probably because Brighton was so well organised that we had no chance but to hoof the ball down to Arnautovic, just like under the last 3 managers beforehand, hoofing it down to Carroll, and it just wasn't working. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Put your comments in the comments section below. If you're new around here and you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much to everybody that signed up over this last week. I got an extra 10 subscribers this week, which is superb, including those who are subscribing as well. If you're new around here, as I say, please subscribe and hit the notification bells to get first dibs on all the videos. If you like the video and you feel I deserve it, please hit the like button, and please also share the content with anybody that you feel would want to watch this. So we go again. It's the international break. We've got Spurs at home next. Let's try and hope we can see something a little bit better, because the last international break did us a world of good. Will it do the world of good for us this time? Let me know in your comments in the section below. All the best now, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon.